Hey, hey. Yes, yes. How are you doing? How is your Sunday? How was the week? So today we're just going to be checking something very important over here. The next week is just a new month for the traders. A very beautiful month over here. So I hope you're good. For those who are following, make sure that at least you follow this because you're going to be having an amazing outlook over here. I just call it outlook because our opinions actually and just differs, the first thing that you just start, make sure that you like this stream. That is the first thing that you can start doing. I'm going actually to be doing this in the next 30 to 40 minutes, 20 minutes, but as long maybe I just deliver my message over here, I'll just be good. I hope my voice is nice. I hope my voice is clear. Okay, let me just switch this. It's very hard actually to stream for yourself and doing all these stuff. It's very hard, very difficult, but I love that. Yeah, so where are we going to start this? Let's start somewhere here. Okay, also I would also love to check something like what do you expect in the financial economic news, something just like that. Last week, for those who have been trending, you have seen how the market actually has just been cool. The market actually was just cool. A lot of things was not happening just like before, the way we expect the market to be volatile. The whole of the last week things were very cool. Okay, and actually some people actually may have opened the trend last week on Monday, and I guess some actually closed them. Maybe they have not even closed now, because when the market is not volatile, when the market is not moving, I don't prefer it, because you can enter a trend and maybe before it maybe hit your take profit or stop loss, then it can take so many days. So last week, for those who maybe were trending, they saw that thing, where we waiting a lot and we were waiting actually for the market to hit the TP, and things just happen. What will just be happening this week? So on Sunday, until like today, we were discussing on that the market overview for the last week, and we saw a lot of things that actually happened the last week, and they like today we discussed something, and actually those things happen to the market. So that's why today is it's very important. If you actually, we can just check, this is just, it's not deep inside of everything that we just have to talk about, but just and how to unlock ile ya kuangalia njuu tu kidogo, and then we can just maybe check something like use price action. We can just use little of indicators to know where the market is actually just going maybe to be heading, or where we're going to start this one. So the market will just be opening just be opening at maybe some hours to come, so we have to be checking on that. Although it's just good actually to just check the future of the market on Sunday. It's just, you can just check on that, it's not bad. Although maybe entering that trend maybe at night or maybe tomorrow, it will be maybe some difficulties to some of the people, but it's just very nice. So as you can see over here, you can see this platform I call is financial juice. So when you just open this site, you can just be checking a lot of updates that you just be seeing over here, and you can just get different, for those who trade currencies. Actually there are some people who actually trade indices and all those things. So you have to be checking on what you know. Going to on this update, I'm just going to checking on the currencies, on the sum of the pairs, and I'll touch on currency pairs, I'll touch on commodities, and I'll touch on crypto a little bit, because there are some people who actually watch over here who trade crypto. Maybe we can check the mothers of all those things, you know. It is very important when we just check on that. I've covered everyone, and there are some currencies actually we just check that controls the market. You obviously know that, so it is just very important on that. Okay, so what we saw, there are a lot of things that happened last week, part one, that you know, that like expectations we had, sentiment. I don't know, some people actually only just check on technical analysis, something that is, you know, if you are a technical trader, you have to be checking on what is happening on the economic calendar and all that to avoid frustrations. You know, there's something I was drawing to the people, and I was showing them some the car moving, you know, like when we have a car, uko na gari inaenda, you have the windscreen is the front one, hiyo screen ya gari inaonanga mbele, that screen, you have that one, and then we have side mirrors, you know, you have those two things. For the car that is moving, ile screen inakuanga mbele, for that car not to get an accident, that mirror is dependent to the driver 80%. Unajua inategemea na 80% of where the vehicle is moving. But when we talk about the side mirrors, you know, the side mirrors are something for just looking, za kuangalia nyuma, side mirrors, you know, those are the things for checking back, you know. It's just only 20%. But the problem we have is that there are people who use side mirrors only, but they don't use this windscreen. Let me just call it, I don't know the windscreen ime ya mbele, unaona, they only use the side mirrors, but they don't use this one. But they don't know that this windscreen yenye iko mbele hapa is totally 80% dependent. And that way we talk about the fundamental news. You can, okay, there's something that you don't have to be a pro on this fundamental news or things, but at least you can just be checking on what is happening, at least to be good on that. If you use side mirrors only, that is technical analysis. To, you know, the technical analysis will just tell you what happened previous, what is happening behind, and you can just use that to predict the future and all that. So if you use technical analysis only, then we may be having problem. Trust me not. That's why we have some people don't tell you that 95% of the traders actually fail in this market. So I think this is the problem. Maybe we just be having something like that, being a technical trader only. Let's just go through the market. That is our topic today, to be just an outlook of what we just be expecting over here. So when we come over here to this, we'll just be checking a lot of things that are happening. So you can just be opening like financial juice over here to be checking what the ECB is doing. You can just check the biggest currencies over here. Like we can see the ECB, actually they are not going to that is hike the interest rate again. Okay, they are just checking on the CPI data to see whether maybe they are going to hike the interest rate again. We have seen the US dollar, actually even the US dollar, we have seen the inflation actually coming down. You know, when the inflation comes down, then you know that the US dollar, that is the they are going actually to stop increasing the interest rate. So we may see the market not moving fluctuation, just moving that all these things very fast and all that. So that's why we got people actually, because there is no expectation for the dollar actually the interest rate being increased. That's why we have now the people are more interested now to start buying the gold. People started buying the gold, and it is just the somehow it just look like anti-dollar, something just like that when you talk about the gold actually, because when the gold loses value, people get more interested to buy something like gold, like let's safe haven, something like that. So there are a lot of things that you can just read here, including the news of the crude oil. You can just go through how to over there, but I know some people get bored when we talk about the fundamental news and all that. All they just want is the technical analysis, but it is just good. You can see for those who trained SP 500, you can just check all those news and you can just compile to know where the market actually will just be ending. Okay, and let's just check on the currencies that we have over here, like Euro, USD. I'll just be checking to be showing you where this market is just be ending. So let me just remove myself from this corner. I'll be using the price action and maybe a little of indicators to just show you the direction of this. Yeah, let me stay here. I think here is good. Patuko sawa. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we are here. So if you can check very clearly right over here, the market actually was on the downtrend. Let me just start by using the 1 day time frame so that we can have something that is long, something that is strong. And the moment you see your trend lines actually touching, you will draw a very perfect trend line, and you are in a 1 day time frame, then you just have to know that trend line is actually strong. And the thing about my trend lines right over here, they are the clone of each other. I have not changed them. The moment you see you get a clone, there is something I always say, this is actually a very sure thing. The moment you see that you have drawn a trend line and you have cloned it, and you have just drawn it the way it is, and maybe you have planted it maybe to the other side, and maybe it fits well, then you just have to know that trend line, those two trend lines are actually very strong, something like this one. So there is what I mean my clone is like this one. Let me just clone this, like the clone of this one is this one. So they are very parallel. They are very parallel. So all you just have to do is to take it the way it is parallel, and you just take it just like that. You can see it is just very parallel, and that means this was very strong. That's why you can see it detached 1, 2, 3 and 4 over here. And the moment it is break that one, the moment it actually touches 4 times, then the 5th time we expect it actually to just break those points. And now we got the market actually starting reversing. And the other indicator we can just use, let me just use the RSI for now. I don't want to use a lot of indicators right over here, because this is just an outlook over here. So I'll just be showing you what I just checked over here. The market, this thing is not complicated at all. So you can see when the market actually started pull at a pullback right here, we call this reversal. You can see actually the price actually was oversold. The euro actually was oversold, and we have here, you can see it actually crossed below that, and that is when the market actually just started going back. So there are a lot of things for those who train. We have if you train using SMC, you'll be seeing all that structures, breaking of structure, and all things. You'll just be checking them. So when we talk about this, you can see how the market is actually going very nicely right here. So we have like this trend. So this is a very simple thing. We have this market actually just the way it just started reversing, and now we have this trend that was going over this way, and now the market actually broke that way, and now the market is actually just moving this way. So let me reduce this again. So that is small one. Yeah, so we have now the market moving now this way. So we have now the market on a reversal. Yeah, so this, remember, this is a 1 day time frame, and now this is not just a retracement, it's just not a pullback at all. This is actually a reversal. That's why we saw a very strong reversal right over here. And what we can see about this market, there's something that is just formed. I just drew this one the other day. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, you check that. So on this one, so you can see the market, it is just touched this point. So the reason I just drew this trend line over here is because we have this point. The moment you see the trend line actually touching more than 2 points, then that's a good one. So we have this point, we have this, and actually we have this. So this is a very strong trend line. Okay, so this is a strong one. So remember, this is a 4-1 day time frame. So this is a strong one. And as you can see right over here, the market, the way it was trying to do right over here, the reason actually it just reversed right here, remember, it is because of this. It's just because of this. When we just go to the 4-hour time frame, you check that. So the reason the market actually reversed is just because of this point right here. But we are anticipating the market may touch now this one, because you can see, let me just delete this. We're waiting for the market actually to just maybe to follow. Okay, I have deleted this one, so let me clone. I just want to show you how this trend looks perfect. So this is actually even the clone of it. See, look at this. Okay, let me, so you can see touching 3 points. It's very amazing, touching 3 points. We have this and we have this. We have, actually, this is the 4th one. So there's a chances the market, you know, this is remember, this is a 4-hour and 1 day time frame. We're just going to 4 hours so that we can check on the entry point. So this is actually for the people who maybe want to trade long. Okay, so we may having something like the market trying now to touch again our point here. We may have now the market, because it actually touched this one, that is 1.05. So as I'm going to trader, you know, for those who are trending, actually you could have entered, because we have this point, we have this, and we have this. So for the good traders, you could actually have entered in this region. But remember, before even you just enter that one, you can use different indicators, you can use different methods to get a place of confluence. So confluence, and it will just have helped you so much, maybe to get a good entry, to get maybe a good reversal right here. And as you can see right over here, we have not reached this point yet. Hatujafika at this point, so we have not yet reached this point. And what market can just do right over here is that maybe we are waiting for the point, this point to be hit, this point to be hit, and the moment actually it just crosses that one, then we can expecting the market to be moving higher. Just look at this. I just want you to check this. Okay, I just want to check this. Just check this. Just check how it is just formed this. Remember these two lines, remember these trend lines, these two of them, they are clone and they are parallel. That means they are parallel, so that means it's strong. And the other thing is that this one is on 1 day time frame. So I don't know how you just use it, because we have on different methods of just entering into the market. But the moment you see something just like this point, look how it is perfect. This and this, we have 1 2 3 and this 4 1. So we have, by just using the trend lines, then we can have the chances of the market just moving around this area. As you can see, that is 1.145 there. So that is what you just have to be seeing on that. And when you see whether the price is just overbought or that, you can see the price is not yet overbought, and maybe that is where we get maybe a chance to say the market may be heading higher now, as you can see. Yeah, so that is perfect. Maybe you can try to draw on your side. You can try to draw that on your side, and you'll be having different options. So then before you enter into the market, what did you do over here? Yes, we can say the market is not yet done, because we have the chances of the market actually reaching to 1.1. Okay, make sure that you like this video. If you are watching, make sure that you just do that. So let's say we have the chances of the market reaching to 1.1, but before even you just do that, the first thing that you have to do is actually to have what? You make sure that you have two options. You make sure that you have two options, that is option A and option B. You know, the market is about probability, so you must have two options. It's not a must you say the market is just going to go on this direction. The moment you just do that, the moment you say the market is just going to go to this direction, then you're just going to be coming with very funny justifications, because you know the market is just going this way. But the moment you just have two options on the market, you see the market may touch this area. For me, okay, for me, I see the market may touch this area. That is, let me just see, let me control here. So the market may touch 1.10 before maybe it just goes down, and the other option, it may touch this line again, and you can see it cannot go just direct here. It can just, I hope you are seeing this, it can only touch like this line here, around here. Oh, let me not press my finger because you cannot see. It can only reach up a point like 1.075 before maybe it just goes up again. So that means I have two options. And the moment you just get those two options, now what you just be looking here is the probabilities. It's just the probabilities. You know, you just try now to come with a point, ila itapata point mingi. That is where the point you take, that is the direction you take. For example, you say the market is just going to on this way, so you'll be looking at where the dollar is going to be on the fundamental news. You're going to be checking where the dollar is actually going to be weak. You're going to check why is the market going to be bull on the Euro USD. So you are going to become with all those options, and then you just lay them on the board, and you can just come with another one to justify why the market will just go down. Where you'll just be having more point, take that direction, take that direction, take that direction. And that's why I'm saying on this one, as you can see right here, the market is still on the bull. The market is still on the bullish side, so it is trending. The market is trending, so it's up to you to choose whether you are going to trend retracement, or maybe you are going to trend a bull market. So we may be having now the market trying to touch this hand over here before maybe we see a very small reversal. Let me just go to 4-hour time frame so that you can see what the reason the market actually reversed. Okay, let me just go to 3-hour time frame. 3-hour time frame. So let's expand this. So you can see the reason actually it just moved down. The reason it moved down, it's just because of this end. So it was trying to form the like double top. That's the reason it just moved down. You know, the reason, you know, there are so many traders who will just be entering sell here, and that's why the market actually had no option but to sell at this. You see how perfect it is. So like this one, so that is the reason it was just going down, you know. But there are chances that the market actually is just going to reach this point and just go higher again. Okay, the reason you have to know that is because we don't have any of these two things, that is dollar and there's no hiking of the interest rate, unless maybe there's something that's going to happen like unemployment. The news that we just be expecting next week. We have an employment rate, and we have some of the news. I've not checked all of them, but you can just check, and maybe you can come with something very important. If you have not known how to interpret in the news, make sure that you check my videos. I've talked about the CPI and unemployment and That is the main ones. I've talked about all of them and how they affect these currencies. We have the switch dollar doing the same thing. So you can see this is the reason actually the market just reversed back right here, and now we have this big point. So this is the point maybe the big people, the big farm will be heading, because this is a very big one right here. So that is the point you will just be getting. So by just getting this trend line over here, you can now decide to trend within the trend lines. But remember, these trend lines have been touched so many times, so we'll be having this time, we'll be having a chances of breakout. We have be having a chances of this line breaking, of this market breaking now our support and resistance point. There's some people who say that the trend line you can only draw horizontal. No, there are horizontal trend lines and there are trend lines that you can just draw when the market is on uptrend and on the downtrend. So all those things happened, you know. The decision of many is what is correct. Let's that is Euro USD. That is just an overview of where the market. I hope with that maybe you can come up with a little bit of where you are just going to enter. Before you enter now the market, you just be checking. If you go to like 1 hour time frame, that is what can help you to enter into the market, because you see like the market will just be overbought. You can check the candlesticks patterns. All those patterns, you just be checking them to know where you are going to be entering into the trend. So that is just an overview, but with that, what I can just advise on the Euro USD now is to just maybe wait to see whether this market is actually going to touch our trend lines again before maybe it just reverses, or we get a really big reversal upside. All you can see this point, because this is a small reversal, so you'll be expecting maybe a reversal at this point, that is around 1 point what around 1.08 there, yeah, or this point 1.075 there, before now we may see another big move up. Okay, yeah, so that is very easy. So that is just check on another currency. For those who don't trade Euro USD, you know, it is going to check on all areas for the people who trade differently. So for those who are watching, make sure that you like this live. That is the only thing I will be asking. Okay, let's check on gold. How many trade gold? Okay, gold is very amazing, because sometimes when you just trend the gold, you cannot. Okay, gold can be very amazing. The reason being that even if you realize that other currency pairs are not volatile, with the small move of gold, it just move with a very big pips, because obviously gold is volatile, is just regardless of how the market is. Gold actually move all the time. So that's why you have to be very careful with gold, because gold is very volatile than all of them. And let's check. When we check on the gold side, what we can see right here, there's something that happened to the gold. This is weekly analysis, and you can see gold actually touched the highest point ever, that making 2070, that is 2074. That was actually the highest price then gold actually moved. And this was this was August 2020, and it tried actually to touch this high again this year, I think this year 2022, last year. Okay, let me see. This move here was okay, March 2022. This was this now, I think this was just this year, another big high that was formed by gold. Gold was very volatile. Gold, as some may say, Yeah, this was 2023 last month when gold actually touched a point of this was 208 2008. Yeah, so remember the biggest high the gold has gone is 2074. That is 2074 measurement. So, and you can see the moment actually it formed that one. Let me just go to maybe 1 day hour time frame so that we can see. This will just be helping us to know the future of the gold. So you can see the gold was trying to form this double top right here. So these two. So that is what the gold has been trying to form. Let me just expand this so you can see. Look at that. Look at that. That is what the gold is trying to go now. So there's something that can happen over here. In case the gold now buys to that point, in case gold now buys to this point, then we may be having the gold actually trying to form another high. We cannot have triple top. The gold will actually break those top. The gold actually will just break those top. Okay. The music, kwani kuna music? Sorry, someone confirm kama kuna music. I don't think there's music here. Is there music? Please just confirm if you are nini. I just want to reduce the volume of the music. Is there music? I don't think I don't see the music. Let me hear, because I'm not listening to the live. Let me see first if there is music, then we can just reduce the volume. Then you can just reduce the volume. Okay, no music. Thank you for the one who has confirmed. Yes, so okay, thank you so much for those who have confirmed. I'll done reduce the music. I need a mentor. Thank you for those who are commenting down one. I can see you, Mr. Lucky Finest Marakwet. I can see you over there. So we are just looking at an outlook. If you have any question, you can just comment down over there so that we can just go through it. Now let's see here. We are on the gold. So we say the gold actually achieved the mark of 2074, which was the very big high. It was the highest the gold actually has just achieved. And now what you see over here is the market trying actually to go to that high again. And remember, this can only happen if maybe the gold continues to be weak, or maybe the market, you can see even when the market actually was just silent last week, this is what was happening, because even the gold was not that volatile as we expect it to be. But as you can see, for the longest time, even the gold has just been on the move. It just been on the bullish market. So let's just see until I've not revised this one, so that's why I want us to be checking this together. It is going to to check on this together so we can get a point. So on the gold side, let's see what we can be expecting alongside this week and the future of the gold right over here. Now what I can check over here, like we have seen, is the weekly analysis and 1 day trend. The gold trying to break that one, but we have seen, okay, this is a 1 day time frame. Yes, this is a 1 day time frame. And yeah, so you can see it has just on the move, because it has been forming very big highs, lower high highs. Yeah, that is it. And now we have this post where it has just posted a little bit right here, and now that's why I'm saying now the goal is be trying now to achieve this level over here. it will just be trying now to achieve this here. Okay, this is very important. Many traders actually may move the gold now to touch this, but remember the thing I said about the tops over here, because this actually was just, remember, even if the gold moved to 208, it never touched actually a very big one, which is 2074. This was just trying to achieve that by touching 2008. You know, 2008 is not 2074. You know, that is not it. So now that is the time. Maybe this is a time now the gold will be heading to 2050. You know, that is very big. When gold actually just move by 50, let's say $50, then, you know, as a trader, because you have used a lot of things right over here, lot size and all, that is very big move. 50 is more than 5 to 50,000 point to 5 around 5,000 pips. Yeah. So there's someone asking, where do you see them going of the gold for the buy side? Where do you see them going of the gold buying side? So on the gold side, what I'm just be expecting right here is actually going to just we may see now the gold trying, because, you know, it is trying last time to go to the highest point, which is the highest point the gold has just achieved, which I was saying it was 2074. But the moment actually it touched 2008, it just reversed back. You know, it's just the way a person is just trying to reach a certain point, and then it just reverses back. Now there's a probability, because this next week, where if you can just check a lot of things right there, the next week, because we don't have a lot of activities maybe that can just move the currencies like dollar, then we may be seeing the gold now maybe touching, maybe breaking this point, which is 2008. We may now be seeing gold now touching that point. The reason I'm saying that is, let's see whether the gold actually on the 1 day time frame, whether it is hovered here. So let's just try to use indicators. There's someone who asking if I'm a Kenyan. Seriously? So you can see the reason actually it is the reversed even here around this area is just because actually it was an overbought area. It was just an overbought area. This is just an overview. I've not gotten the clear entry of the gold at this time, so maybe I just have to wait a little bit to see where gold actually just moved. But the moment I know it will just touch another 2000, that is in the moment I will just be expecting now the gold actually to break and just go to 2050, 2050, around there. Okay, yeah, that is what I will just be expecting on the gold. But right now I can say that gold is just averaging, because we don't have a very clear entry point right there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so for the gold side, I don't see whether we have a very clear short like the currency pairs that we have seen, like Euro USD. Remember, for those who trend Euro USD, you know, there are other currency pairs that actually just go inverse of that. That's why they might just checking one currency pair, you can actually check others. Unaweza angalia zingine. That is just important. You just have to know how they are just related. Something like USD JPY, you know, they just go opposite with Euro USD. You know, you just, the moment you just do an analysis of one, then the other is just very simple to know the entry of that. So for the gold side, I don't think whether we just have an entry short right over here. For me, I just have to be patient a little bit to see maybe whether it is just going to break 2040 right over there. But let's just see the smallest time frame over here. But on the 1 day time frame, I don't see whether we can see using the price actions. We don't see any pattern just being formed in terms of chart pattern. I don't think whether we can see one right here on the overboard, when you just try to use some indicators, right? There are a lot of things that you just have to be checking over here. But for me, I don't see a very clear shot in terms of reprice action, yeah, that I was trying to use maybe on some of other things. Yeah, let's see what we see right here. But as you can see, it is just for those who use this one, though I don't use this. Let me just show you. There are some people who use this triangle, you know, the reason of just learning a lot of indicators is because you can just apply them in different ways. For you use this triangle, you can see a triangle just like this. You see that triangle? There are some people who just be drawing at this triangle, you know. But for me, I don't think whether I have a clear shot of the gold. But some people I know, they will just be drawing this triangle. Yeah, so many people will just be drawing this triangle. This is what I've seen on the gold. You can see actually the triangle is good right here. So what do you know about this triangle? For those who trend, you know, they talk about the breakout of this. So maybe when we have this market trying to touch this, it's just going to go away. It's just going to go very hard. Okay, that is it. Yeah, so the moment for this triangle, you know, there's a lot of things, you know. For me to have a clear entry, I have to have more proofs. You have to have more proofs or before you just know where you're just going to enter. But this is what I can just see in terms of price action by just using this triangle. And you can just be checking other things, but you can see the reason I've said the market is the center. There is a direction you have to wait, is that on the when you used RSI, that is relative strength index, you can see it is center, you know, it is not overbought, it's not oversold. So yeah, so I'll just be waiting in case try to touch this, and then I'll just know just going this way. But there's a chances that is going to go higher. It just continues maybe to go up. There's those chances of bull, okay, in terms of the gold right here. Yeah, so that is it. So for those, which are the currencies we should check? For those who trade indexes, you just have to be checking on the market or just be doing, but by just checking the main pairs, then you have to know what you just be doing right over here. So I have taken a lot of minutes. I just said 30 minutes, and now we have taken 40 minutes. I don't want to take more than that. You know, the moment you talk a lot, then you just unaribu manena. Yeah, for those who've been trending, let me just talk as I wind this up. Let me talk about something interesting right here. Yeah, remember now we have talked about all those things. Let's just talk about a little bit of my Bitcoin, a little bit of this. Yeah, so you have seen actually the Bitcoin moving good. The Bitcoin has just been moving a very nice move. Remember, you can even trade gold on some platform. For those who have MT5, you can still trade BTC USD. So actually the movement, the gold actually has some dependent on the USD. It can just be affected by USD. It can just get affected by the economy of the US. Okay, yeah, so okay, let me switch off the camera. The camera is switched off, but I'll just be checking on this as I wind this up. The economy is affected. The gold can just be affected by US economy, as it just sent right here. But as you can see, you know, it has just been moving very nicely. For the people who actually trend gold, remember, this is the time. This is the time. This is the moment. This is the moment. Okay, we have some point over here where I'm going to actually, the moment it breaks those points, then we just be seeing. There are always something I just told you about the Bitcoin. Let's forget about the oversold and overbought. Yeah, there was this moment for those who use SMC, you know, something. Okay, the bricks ticking over. Okay, okay, okay. You've seen them going actually just moving very nicely over here. So I don't think, sometimes the Bitcoin, I don't want to talk more about the Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is something that you think it will just be affected by something, and then you just wonder at the next thing that it's just the coin that has been passed through a lot and it is still strong. The gold has passed through COVID, a lot of things, but it is still there. Even if you see what is happening all over, and maybe sometimes you can see that Bitcoin is just going to zero. There are some people who are going, the Bitcoin is just going to zero, but still them going to 28,000, 25,000, 20,000. Then that is crazy. That is an indication that the gold actually will just be back in one day. And the moment actually, this was the big move that made us to fear. This one, this and this. The moment actually it just achieves this, the moment it recovers this, then this will just be very easy. For me, the time I lost a lot of money, this was 2020. It was around 2020 on this big move here, of the BTC. But the moment it overcomes this, for those who know about the BTC, the moment it will overcome this and reaches that, then that is the time we'll be having the gold actually just going to cook the 100 we have been waiting, the 100 we have been waiting. And you can see actually is a very small distance before it reaches to this point. The moment it reaches over here, then you just have to forget about the gold BTC going down. Expect. Oh, sorry, I've seen the music. Thank you for the one who has informed me of that. I've seen. Thank you. No music. Yeah, so I think now it's good. Now this is what I'm saying. So the gold, the BTC moved this way, so we have this accumulation area here. So the moment you go to that accumulation up here, we have now gold BTC trying now to just go up, and you can see actually there's just been moving up and a very big move right over here, and you can see how it has been volatile, which means actually there's chances that it will continue just going up. And the one thing I'm saying over here is the moment actually it touches that, that means that it's just back. Gold was just averaging between 40 38, 39 over there. So the moment it touches 30 there, that means that we are back on the gold. That means we are back on the BTC. BTC is back. So the moment we just get that, just know everything is back. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of things to share on the BTC. You remember, you have to do another analysis concerning the BTC, because this just be affected by different things. Yeah, it's just somehow different. Okay, and you can see it just ranging somehow here, just ranging somehow over here. But maybe I cannot advise maybe for buying right now. Maybe you can expect it to go below 28, 27 around there, and then you can just enter. Actually, there was a day it moved from 27 to 28 500, 28. This was 25, 20. Yeah, you can see it crossed even 29. It moved from 27. I saw it at 26 500, and the next day actually it crossed 28 500. Yeah. Okay, so that is it. So we have been checking a lot. For those who have not checked the currencies, we have been checking on the update for this week, an outlook for this week. Then you can just check out from the start. But what I can see on the gold, maybe that is maybe an simple an overview for that. There is a clear short for the expectation for the gold, maybe to just go. You can see this is a range for those who maybe want to trend. You can see this is a range of the market. So yeah, this one, you can see this one forming heart or this. Yeah, So for you maybe to be on the safe side, you just wait it to cross this mark, the below one, the lower one here, which is 26,500 or 26,400 there. So that is maybe the time you can buy or sell, or you can just make your own decision. But you can see this is a range. Actually, this is a ranging market here. This is a ranging market. So, and you can see here it's a center right over here. So that is the thing I just want to show you, is at the center right over here. So we don't have a clear entry point, unless for those you want to buy, maybe you can just buy when it just reaches to this point. When it reaches to 26,500, maybe you can now decide to buy right over there, and then you can just be expecting now maybe to break 29,200 that it just reached right over here. Okay, yeah, so that is for the gold. Remember the same direction for the Ethereum. All the coins, most of them, they follow the direction of the Bitcoin. So you just have to know the moment you just do one, and you just have to know all of them, maybe they're just going to follow the same direction. I think we are done over here. This class I will just leave it over here, this one overview. If you'll be watching this, remember to subscribe, remember to like, and if you have any question you can leave it in the comment section. And that one, so I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Remember to always learn, remember to always be patient, and pray every time. If you believe, remember everything that you just do on the forex market is just based on your mind, and if your mind is not good, remember